My full report highlights the prevalence of this problem galaxy-wide.
I'm listening.
Is it me, or has Wulf Yularen fallen off a bit? During the Clone Wars, Wulf Yularen became one of the youngest officers to achieve the rank of Admiral in the Republic Navy. It was a relatively new Navy, thanks to the demilitarization that occurred more than 1,000 years earlier, but nonetheless, he was definitely deserving of that rank back then. During the blockade of Christophsis, for instance, he recognized the tactics of the opposing force and correctly theorized that the Republic fleet was in fact facing the formidable Admiral Trench, a mercenary captain he had faced off against earlier in his career. Wulf Yularen would go on to retire from military service when the Empire rose in place of the Republic. He would end up joining the civilian organization known as Copnor, as a colonel within the ISB. When we see him in Andor, he seems to have changed pretty drastically, for the worse. He no longer really is a rational actor or independent thinker. He's basically drunk the Kool-Aid and marching in step with the Tarkin Doctrine, or so it seems.
Invoking the Public Order Resentencing Directive later today. PORD.
And then when ISB agent Dedra Meero is trying to give Wulf Yularen her briefing about a serious issue, he seems to be kind of nodding off.
No, we don't know who he is, nor do we know the scope of our problem. The little we are aware of is already troubling.
And has Wulf Yularen just stopped caring as he's gotten older? Has his experience during the Clone Wars made him more cautious and therefore supportive of authoritarian control in exchange for social stability? Or perhaps Wulf Yularen was always like this, but in his military role during the Clone Wars, it was harder to see the side of him. Either way, it's kind of sad to see the decline of the Wolf.